Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and welcome back to Survival Minecraft, where last episode we built this building you can see behind me, the weaponsmith and the toolsmith, even further on behind me, and we brought this pathway out a little bit. And once again we are of course going to be doing some more work on the village, but last episode I also asked you guys for some name suggestions for this place, and I've received a lot of good ones already, but the episode for me, as I record this right now, hasn't long gone live, so I want to give it a couple more real life days just to let everybody get their suggestions in, and then I will reveal what this place is going to be called. So we'll be getting to that just later on in the episode. And of course, how could I forget, the other thing we did last episode was find Jelly, who is now the village mayor. She has been doing a wonderful job over here in the mayoral desk. I've been sat in a chair advising her, or sorry, she's been advising me. I'm second in command. She runs the place around here. So, yep, she's been doing general mayoral things, meowing, purring, other sorts like that. A great job all in all. So, that's something else we did last episode. Anyway, that's enough of last episode. What are we going to be doing today? Well, if we have a fly up here and take a look at our village from above, excluding all of the red and yellow concrete powder we have laid out, there is only one more colourful concreted shape over here, which is the library, which is what we're going to be doing today. Now, the plot I have laid out here with this light blue concrete is so much smaller than the actual library I have designed. What I'm about to build now took me probably 8 hours altogether in a test world coming up with this. I'm really proud of it. I think you guys are absolutely going to love it. So to begin with here, we're going to jump straight into a time lapse and get the actual library done. Remember last episode when I said the weaponsmith was my new favourite building? Well, I think this one tops that. The weaponsmith is just there, by the way. You can see the chimney over there. But this library, it's massive. I said it was big, and it really is. It's even bigger than our town hall, our windmill, and every other building we've done so far in this village. And yeah, I really, really love it. I had such a good time designing this and building it. I always seem to underestimate how long things actually take to do in this game. Like, I was building this for about an hour and a half. I already knew how it was going to look and everything, but it just took a long time to actually place all of these blocks down. I always seem to think it's going to be quicker than it actually is. But yeah, this is the building. As you can see, the roof is a little funny. I mean, I think it looks good, but like this front bit here with all the different leveled shootouts here was pretty difficult to get to look good. Like, as you can see, if we just take a closer look at all of these, like it's a little bit strange at some parts, but I think it looks okay. I mean, all of the roofs in the village are a little skew-whiff and a bit funny sometimes, so I don't think it's a bad thing. All in all, I'm really happy with this building, and I hope you guys are as well. I think I just saw Jelly running around, which is just typical because, as you guys know, last episode we made Jelly our mayor, and I spent absolutely ages looking for that cat in this game, and here she is, 2 episodes in a row. At least I think I saw her. Maybe I'm going crazy and just seeing jellies. She's probably on the screen somewhere, and you guys can let me know in the comments, but I can't see her right now. Maybe it's all in my head. I don't know. But anyway, let's head inside of this building. And this library actually has 3 separate entrances. We have the one around the front, of course. We have this one around the back and another one up this cool little staircase, which I think is a nice little feature. I think goes in quite well. Doesn't stand out too much with all this acacia trapdoorage. Looks pretty good, I'd say. But yeah, this is the other doorway leading into what is going to be the second level. And as you can see in here, very empty, very open and messy, and there's a lot to do. So before we actually start building, let me try and explain the idea of this building. So this library is of course a villager house. We're going to have all of our librarians in here with their own book trades that I'm going to have to cycle through forever, placing down and breaking their workstation until I get the ones I want. Really not looking forward to doing that, but don't have to worry about it right now. We'll do that once all the building is done. So pretty much the idea is they will be up here on the second level, which is why we've got the door up there, so we can walk straight up if we want. Kind of like sectioned off in their own rooms, so if I do want to trade with them, they're not just running around like crazy all over the place. So they'll be up there on the second level. And then down here, I'll probably just put some sort of aesthetic library. Like, it doesn't actually serve a purpose for any of the villagers, but it will just look nice. So we'll have the actual library down here, villagers on their second level, and then up here, I may actually put an enchanting table. We have, if you can see, there's like a ring of blocks which goes all the way around, so I'll be able to put enough bookshelves in there to get 30 levels, and I think it would be a cool thing to put at the top of the tower. So yeah, that's the plan. I think what I'm going to do now is probably just go ahead and finish this all up. I may bring you back in part way through, but yeah, now it's time to do the interior. I think I'm going to have to replace my brick walls at the bottom next to the doorway here with some spruce fences. They just blend in a little bit too much, I think, so I'll have to remind myself to do that after I've finished recording this clip. But just for now, I have done the downstairs. As you can see, lots of bookshelves on display, but I haven't started the upstairs yet, so that's all pretty empty. But let's go take a look around the inside, the actual library part of it. Now, the first thing you will probably notice is the very bright flooring. I don't remember the last time I used wool in this game, and I actually really like how this looks. So this is cyan wool as well as some cyan carpet, just to add a little bit of depth to it, making it look a bit more interesting and actually like a carpet on the floor instead of just a flat level, you know, bunch of wall blocks. I think it looks really good. Nice little tip for you guys if you ever use wool as your flooring. So yeah, usually I would do something like brick or oak or spruce or something like that for the floor, but that would then end up blending with everything else. So I went with something a little bit different, and I think we can get away with doing that in the library here. Maybe not for the smaller buildings, but this thing is pretty grand, so I think it works. So yeah, let's show you around what we've done. So the first thing is, I guess, all of the books over here. So usually in libraries you would kind of have very thin corridors, you know, books on either side, so you can walk up and down them and pick your book and then go off to read somewhere else. So wanted to keep that feel. It's not a wide range of selection, I guess. It's not too many bookshelves, but it should be enough, I would say. Not that they actually have any function at all, but yeah, I think it looks quite nice, this little section over here. So we've got that. You can go pick up your book and then go choose somewhere to sit down and take a read. We've got a big sofa over here, a couple of chairs. Not a whole lot of room, but I think it looks quite good. So yeah, that's the downstairs, and then we also have two staircases, one going up to the second level and then one going up to the enchanting table, which currently does not exist. I'm going to do that in a little bit. I kind of ran out of oak stairs, so I thought I'd just stop to record here, but I think I should actually be able to fit through this gap. Yeah, there we go. I can crawl on through to the other side, which is the unofficial way of getting up. We actually do have this staircase over here, which will be the more permanent way, I guess. So yeah, it's all very empty up here. We even have some sunlight poking through. So I really need to sort this place out and make it look a little bit better. And as I said, this is where the librarians are going up here. So pretty much I have to make a corridor kind of weaving from this point over to the door and then cutting the rest of the rooms, or the rest of the whole upper level here, into I think 5 or 6 different rooms. So it's pretty cramped. I will say that it's very tight and close quarters up here, but I think it looks really good. So I'm gonna get started on this, and then we can actually move our librarians over to the library. Can you see me up here? In the highest window of the tallest tower. I'm up here through the glass. Hello. So this is where our enchanting station is. I had to actually place a stone brick here, or stone block, to be able to stand up next to the window. But as you can see, we have our actual enchanting table over here with all of the bookshelves needed for 30 levels. So if I want to, I can actually use this. I've got no way to prove it to you because I don't have an unenchanted item, but we can get 30 levels here, although I don't think I'll ever use it, not even once, but it's pretty cool to have up there. So yeah, we've got that, and I've also put the shaders on for this little look around, just because we haven't done it in a few minutes, so I thought we would do that and take a look at the bottom level here with the nice shaders on. These are BSL shaders, by the way. These are the ones I always use in these videos, in case you're curious. The link is in the description for them, but as I said, this second level here, it's very tight, it's narrow, it's got a slim walkway leading from one entrance, or the exit and entrance over here, to our stairway, and it had to be pretty close quarters in here because I needed to fit 5 rooms in a pretty small area. So yeah, we've got our walkway, alleyway, corridor, whatever you want to call it, which goes to all of the 5 rooms, and each of them pretty much consist of a few things. The lectern, obviously, to make them a librarian, a bed for them to sleep in, some sort of storage so I can store, you know, emeralds or books or paper in, whatever I want to actually trade with them. These are the guys that I'll actually be trading with, as opposed to everybody else who I haven't really even traded with once, but they've also got some lighting and some paintings and a couple other things to make it look a little bit more interesting, so I'll very quickly just show you all of them. Kind of had to have a bit of a hard time with the roofing of all of them, the ceiling, trying to make it look somewhat decent. I don't know, I had to also put some paintings on the wall here just so it wasn't an overload of cyan terracotta, which is what this block is here. Quite a bit of a bright block, which is different to what we're using, so I like that as well. This is another room. I like the purple bed with the purple painting, by the way. Should probably put a purple flower in there. Have a purple themed room. Maybe something to think about. But yeah, here's the other one. And then the final room is along here. And now comes to the task that I really have not been looking forward to doing, basically since I started this episode. So now what I've got to do is bring over every single villager, the librarians that are going to go in our second level there, and one at a time bring them over, cycle through all of their trades until I get a trade for a certain book that I'm happy with. So yeah, I'm gonna be here for a while doing that. There's a cat on the roof over there somehow. Yeah, haven't been looking forward to this, but it's got to be done. Hopefully it doesn't take me quite as long as I'm thinking. So here's how this is going to work. The first thing I had to do is bring over our rail that starts off at the villager breeder over there, all the way to the library itself. As you can see, we've got it leading into the first room. The next thing is to break all of the lecterns except the room that the villager is going into, just so I can make sure they pick up the correct workstation. And then we have to rail the villager on over to the library so that they are safe and sound in their individual room. As you can see, this guy is already. So now what I have to do is pretty much, until I get a trade I am happy with, break and replace his lectern every time. So as you can see, he just lost his profession there. He's probably going to get a little bit in the way. I know this is not the most efficient way to do things, but it's what works and what looks nice, more importantly. So yeah, I'm going to be here a while until I get all of the trades I need for all 5 villagers. If they keep getting in the way like this, it really is going to be a pain. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to get something on camera here, but it's going to take me a while, isn't it? Yep, it's going to take me a while. This is the kind of conundrum I was hoping I wouldn't have to face. Now, 22 emeralds for a mending book is kind of neither here nor there. I know we could get it cheaper, by the way, guys, from letting a zombie kill them, and then that works to get it down to like 1 emerald, but I don't care about that. I don't need books that badly, but like it could be so much more. It could be 64 emeralds, but it could also be like 8. So do I keep going or do I stop there? I think for mending, I may actually try and get it quite low. Hopefully I don't live to regret that, buddy. It would be really nice if you could just give me it for like 10 emeralds. No, okay. Right, hopefully that wasn't a mistake. I guess we'll find out depending on how much longer I'm going to be here for. Okay, well it's not perfect, but 16 is pretty good. Can't believe that. I was about to end the clip there. Okay, yeah, I think we will lock that guy in place, just like that. So, maybe I should... Wait, no, we can move his workstation afterwards, right? If I lock him there, so he's now locked. It's 16 emeralds for a mending book. Can I move this back in position over here? Because he kind of gets in the way of the corner. Yes, okay, I think that works. Can I get another one? Yeah, okay. Cool. So there's 1 down. Just need to do it 4 more times. Fun. Roughly 581 lecterns broken later. As you can see, this is my statistics, and this right here, if we can scroll to the top, times mined. Yeah, that's how many I broke, at least around about that. I'd say 500 plus for sure. I have all of my villagers in place to a satisfactory level, so the trades aren't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. This one right here is the best I got. 8 emeralds for a silk touch book, so he's locked in place. You saw my mending villager here for 16. Don't you do a runner. I'm actually going to block this off real quick in case one of them do decide to try and escape. So yeah, we've got that one there. This guy is 34 from breaking 3. Not too bad, could have been better, but I think it's okay. It's not that often I'm going to be using these books anyway. This guy right here is efficiency 4. I wanted efficiency 5, but I only ever got that once before for 64 emeralds, and I thought that was too much, so this really is 40 emeralds for efficiency 5, which is reasonable, I would say so, don't you think? Yes, I think he agrees. And then lastly, over here is a pretty good one, I think. Yeah, 15 emeralds for protection 4. So those are all of the trades I wanted. There may be others that I want somewhere else down the line, and I can always set that up somewhere else in the world. This isn't my only source of trading. I can do other things. I'm not limited to this. But these, I would say, are the 5 trades that I'm going to use the most. So that right there is the library project all done, at least for the most part. There is one very small thing it is missing, which is all of the texture in the white terracotta, so we can get it to look like these houses along here, with the mushroom stems and the bone blocks. Now, I've done it for the 10 houses, the smaller ones over here, but the rest of the ones in the village are just plain white terracotta, so I've been putting this off for a while just because I don't have many mushroom stems, but I think I'm finally going to kick myself into gear here and just go around to all of the houses and adding a little bit of texture variation into the white terracotta we have. Well, there we go. I finally did it. I added all the texture into all of the buildings along here, and I don't know if I like it. I think it's one of those things that I've been staring at for so long and trying to decide on whether I actually like this or not, that I kind of just don't know where I sit with it anymore. Like, I like it from a distance, I really do. You know, if we get, say, even this view, right? We can barely see any of the houses, but you can tell there's a little bit of texture variation, and I really like it. But say you just stare at this, and from close up, I don't think I like it quite as much. But generally, overall, I'd say I do. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think. If we really don't like it and want to change it in the future, it's really not the end of the world. It is doable. It only took me about half an hour to do all of those buildings. So yeah, it's not exactly a huge task, but I think I like it. I don't know. Maybe I just need a little bit of time to get used to it. There are 2 things left to do in today's episode before we can call it all done. One of them is to update the village map you can see behind me here in the cartographer's house. It's been a while since we've done this, so I think it should look pretty cool once we click on those maps, but the other thing which I need to do right now is tell you what the village name is. So I've had a look through everybody's suggestions, and there were some really good ones, so thank you to everybody who left one of those. I had a hard time picking, and I've actually picked 2. Now, it's for a good reason, so let me explain. First of all, I'm going to put the respective comments from those people who left them on the screen so you can kind of read the explanation behind the word and, yeah, just why they've been picked. So, hello, cartographer. The first one is what I'm going to be referring to this village as, and that name is Fisher's Nest. So, that fits very well with the build we've done, the big wall going around the outside. Again, you can read the comment and see why that is. So, I think that's a really cool name. Fisher's Nest is what I'm going to be calling it, but I'm going to give it an official name, and I'm doing this because it's something I can't pronounce very well because it's French. It is Havre de Pêcheur. Now, I don't know how much I butchered that. Probably lots, hence why I'm giving it 2 names, but that basically translates into Fisherman's Haven or something like that. from French, so it's got a little bit of a French town feel to it, this village, I think anyway. So yeah, that is its unofficial name. I'm not going to say it again because I probably didn't do it very well, but I am going to call it Fisher's Nest. Maybe I'll call it Fisherman's Haven at the same time, but yeah, those are the two names I guess we're picking, and I hope you guys like them because I really do. So thank you to you two who left those suggestions. They are very, very good. And so was everybody else's, of course. But anyway, let's update this map, shall we? So as you can see, this was done probably a good 4 or 5 episodes ago, whenever we built the cartographer's house down here. So yeah, I guess we can give this a little bit of an update. So I need to punch out this one right here. No, how does this work? It would be helpful if I could actually... Okay, there we go. We're making good progress. I shouldn't have to actually get out of my... house to update all of these. So you can see that's the windmill. It should just do it by itself. I don't really know if I need to do all of these or not, but I'm going to do them anyway, just to be on the safe side. This one down here probably isn't going to make much of a difference, but yeah, I think that is everything. Pretty sure. So the windmill, obviously the farmland all over there looks awesome. I love that. You can actually kind of tell it's a windmill, which is pretty cool. And then the road that carries on around, obviously all of this just got updated. Our little finished community not center, but you know, where all of the smaller non-villager type households are going, all of that has been updated. The big library we did today, the weaponsmith, the toolsmith, and probably a couple other things that I've missed. Fisherman's hut over there, and yeah, that's looking awesome. So there we go. I got to remind myself to do this more often because kind of forgot about here until I just was walking on in and checking on my villagers. Okay, this could just be me, so let me know if I'm going crazy here, but does this piece of steak look an awful lot like my shepherd's house over there? This little thing right here, I think it kind of looks like a piece of steak. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. I could be going crazy. I was hoping to get a little bit more done with today's episode, but this library project just took so much longer than I thought it was going to, and I've ran out of time basically, so that'll have to be saved for next episode. But I just want to let you guys know that in real life things are slowly starting to return back to normality with me. Lockdown is gradually coming to an end, so obviously that'll mean I'll be back to work in no time at all, and my time will be greatly decreased. So over the next course of however many weeks it is, time I'm able to spend on my videos will be going down and down more and more, meaning I may not be able to get as many episodes out. I will still do my best to get at least Survival and Techtopia out every week, but there may not be a tutorial every Monday like I've been doing recently. So just want to make you guys aware of that, as well as the fact of when I do have my very limited amount of time I have in a week, I'm not going to be replying to every single comment like I usually would. You know, I've been replying to every comment I ever get on my YouTube channel since I started it, but at the moment, and again, this is a good problem to have, I spoke about this a few weeks ago in Techtopia, you guys will remember, it's definitely a good problem to have, it's just not physically possible with the usual time that I do have. So yeah, don't worry, it's nothing personal if I don't reply to your comment, it's just not possible to do all the time. So want to let you guys know that that is something you need to expect. But anyway guys, that is going to be it for today's episode. I really hope you did enjoy. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the library. I'm very happy with how it came out. Looking forward to what we do next, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.